Yes, sir. Toxic philosophy where there are, you know, he automatic. Yeah, where you are either toxic or you're just not. There is no right, wrong answers. No right or wrong answers. This versatile 45 minutes. We sometimes be carry over. Every Sunday. I want to do Mondays because it's one of those type of shows that people, they have. They say after the show they say, "Man, I should have said this," and "Man, I could have said that." So I want to do another Monday episode to follow it up. And yeah. We talk. My main thing is to talk about productivity, toxic behavior. But do you know there's three different kinds of long term, there's ideal, and you have like what I call bad philosophy. You know what I mean? Like where what's the bad philosophy? Because see, this is one of those things people have a trouble with, like keeping up with. Like some uh what's some bad? Some good would be I look both ways before you cross the street. But some real bad, something you always hear somebody say, be safe. Like to me, I be like, why you telling me to be safe? Like I know I ain't got no problems like that. So it's
I
toxic.
always thought that that was crazy that a man would get upset about that.
Well, that's because most of the time I'm not thinking of being in danger the minute I leave a situation. And I
We're
don't think
not either,
nobody
but we
should.
just saying, cover yourself, like be
But
safe. It's just a
I'm gonna
prayer,
put my
basically.
seatbelt on. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on because I told my
Yeah,
partner that thing.
that type
That's
shit
what I
type,
told him. Yeah, that's what I told him. I said I gotta drive. I said, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna put my seatbelt on just because you said that though. But that's one of
right.
those type of things. Like it's to some people, like you just said, I don't see what people see what's wrong with it, right? And that's bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sometimes it's bad things
I
like
think
people just go ahead.
I think sometimes like people who doing bad stuff or like they know they might be like, let's say you ride dirty, and I said be safe out there. I think that some people see it as like a curse, like because you told me to be
Yeah,
safe, something gonna happen, and that's
something gonna
crazy to
happen.
me.
But that's like I don't like using so many movie references, but Baby Boy and he was like, and when he got put out, he was like, and something happened. Question Q&A questions. Have you
Okay.
ever attended a sex party and have you participated?
I haven't attended a sex party before. I would like to. Thank you. You're good. Have a good one. I would
Oh, that's
like
new.
to.
That's new.
Yeah, I
I ain't
definitely
never
would
heard
be
nobody
okay.
say that.
Yeah.
You
Now
know what?
as far as what?
So the question is, I follow up with a question. The question is, do you know where any sex parties are located? Or
Uh, yeah,
you
I
know,
do.
you do. Okay, so yeah, you for real.
Yeah, I do. I just never went. I just never went.
That's interesting. All right. Moving right along. Why do women? I asked this question, and I know it's what they call it triggering. Why do women cheat? And have you ever been cheated on? And have you
Um,
cheated?
okay, and I'm gonna tell you this from a perspective of me never cheating. I've never cheated. I have been cheated on. Why do women cheat? I believe that women cheat because there's something missing emotionally. Not only that, in time. I feel like women cheat because they don't. We are very loyal to a fault. You know what I mean? We are
Uh,
loyal to the person that we're with. I feel like we love that person and we want it to work out with them. But at the same time, if somebody is around us or if somebody comes around and they're offering the things that we're missing in the relationship that we're in, it's like, dang, I've been missing this. I haven't had this in a while. This is something that makes me. I'm gonna do the auto now. Okay. This is something that makes me feel good. And so I feel like that's why women cheat. They cheat because they're getting something that they weren't getting in the relationship that they're in, but they don't want to leave it per se.
That's an amazing answer. That which
The squirt.
ooh. And if I can show you my Google search right now, that's my main topic I've been on all day. Squirt.
If
I
he
want
didn't
to
know
know.
that, like I would never have shown him that if I thought,
That's. Let me just give
yeah.
you the question then. This may be uh interesting. When did you inquire that you was a squirter?
I mean,
Just give me
I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I just showed him. You know
I'm
what I
talking about
mean? Like,
yourself. This what
oh,
I'm asking. Yeah.
um, shit. I when I was that was when I was younger, but I thought that I was holding it back because I was scared because I'm like, damn, I gotta pee or something? I kept thinking that I had to pee, and so I would hold it
Uh
back,
huh.
and but so like it
Uh
would
huh.
start when I would learn how to play with myself, and in playing with myself,
Oh,
I would see that I had to lay a towel down on the bed because I would always, be leaking
wow.
and squirting everywhere. I'm like, damn, I can't play with myself without peeing or something, some shit. I
Amazing.
didn't know what the fuck it was. So when I found out what it was, I was like,
Mm.
oh shit, that makes so much sense. I'm like, that's why, that kept happening. And so
Give her a second, child. She kind of breaking up. She probably going through an area.
shit. I'm at until I got a little older. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
that's definitely one of the. Yeah, yeah, we back.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just one of those questions. I wanted to know the answer to that. Like I'm infatuated with skirt. You know what I mean? Like I love the way it feels.
That's when
And I'm
he was, and my ex was too. And so, because when he found that out, that's why. I mean, he still can't leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? He still
next
nature.
question. Next question. What is beauty? You know I'm from the south, so it's an R in there, but I'm saying beauty. You know,
Beauty. Uh huh.
yeah,
Okay. What is beauty to me?
yeah.
I feel like beauty is okay. So first of all, we all know that it's different kinds of beauty. Physical beauty, emotional beauty. I feel like
Mm,
beauty is what encompasses all of that. So I feel like when you're just talking about beauty in general, it encompasses the
hmm.
physical, it encompasses the emotional, it encompasses how you treat people. So to me, beauty is not just one thing. It's a multitude of things that you are putting together to become the person that you are. So
Yeah,
when we're talking
because
about beauty, you definitely have to separate it.
yeah, I would agree. Because when I ask men that, they normally say the physical,
Right, right.
right? Yeah,
And
that's
I
normally their
believe
first
most
answer.
people think that way. I do believe most people think that way. I just feel like, you know, it's just not, you can't just say one thing when it comes to that because beauty is multiple things. You know what I mean?
For real, for real. Okay, that leads us to the next question. What is the purpose of existence?
The purpose of existing, why are we here?
Existence, existence, like the entire, not just us individually. What is the purpose of existence?
I feel like the purpose of existence of us being here is, I mean, I personally feel like God was like, let me just see what'll happen if I throw some people out there, and I feel like he was bored or
Okay.
something, and he wanted to
Okay.
create something that was beautiful. And like, to me, people are beautiful. You know what I mean? Even in all of our, even in the negativity, even in the things that we're not necessarily supposed to be doing, we're still a beautiful, being. I feel like
Right.
just this earth, him being able to create a whole world full of people who have their differences. We have our different zodiacs, we have our different ideals, our beliefs. And I just feel like he made us to see, you know
That takes us to the next question. Like, how do we get something from nothing? Like basically what you were just saying it. So now I'm thinking, how do we get something from nothing?
how do we get something from nothing?
Mm-hmm.
I think we get something from nothing by using our imagination.
Ooh.
There's some in everything, is everything starts off as nothing. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
people, when they use their imagination and they, just think for a second, even if you have a blank canvas, once you put your mind down to it, once you actually use your mind to think about something, it that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of us existing. Because we're here,
Mm-hmm.
because we are in
Mm-hmm.
life, because we have that nothing canvas. It's like, I don't want to just have nothing. Like, God didn't want to just have nothing. So he used his imagination, his creativity, to come up with a plan or something that, like we always say, is God's plan. He came up with a plan to you know not have nothing, to
So
make
that's
nothing.
like so yeah, to make something out of nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's how I
Who
feel.
is who is your hero?
Ooh. That's a good question. And actually, it has always been my father. Um, it has always been my father, and but I have heroes now that have come to the light. That I feel like um should be my hero. But right now, I'm gonna just go ahead and with my dad. My dad is my hero because he is dad, but he's just been hustling all his life. He's been doing everything he's supposed to do, and even with that, he's still a godly man. He still takes care of himself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, he just shows me every day. I'm gonna change over to my Wi-Fi, so hold on one second.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this. Okay, here we go. I'm in the house now, so we shouldn't have no more problems. All right.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Go ahead with your
Okay,
next
next
one.
question. Next question. Yeah. Hmm. What's the most courageous thing you've ever done?
The most courageous thing.
Mm.
Moving states is a courageous thing for me. A lot. Okay, so I'm from a country. I'm from the country. You know about that. You country. So you know.
Yeah.
So you know that. And I'm gonna put something with that, but first, changing states, because in the country, you get used to the people that you're around, and a lot of the people that are from the urban or the rural, I'll say that the rural areas, they don't usually like to leave. They get stuck and they get complacent, and they don't like to leave. And so me, I'm the person in my family. A lot of my cousins are still there. You know what I mean? Now they go on vacations and stuff, but like, they don't go and move. You know what I mean? And so for me,
Okay.
the first step that I took to do that was going to school out of state. When I went to Florida A&M University, I went there by myself. I didn't know anybody. I wasn't nobody. The only reason that I even knew people was because I got in touch with people like a month
Okay.
before I started going. So it was like that was a very courageous thing for me to do. Is just like
Hmm.
stepping out on faith and knowing that I'm not gonna know anybody here, knowing that I'm not gonna, be see any familiar faces, but I'm in a whole nother state in school. That and I've also moved states 2 other times. So, it's something that allowed me to be able to do that in the future. So even now, if
Right.
I wanted to get up and move states right now, I always wanted to live in Texas. If I
It's not.
wanted
Yeah.
to, I could do it. I could do it
It's
because
not second thought.
I don't have no. Every time I go somewhere, I adapt. I
Hmm.
adapt. Where people think it's scary, I don't think it's scary anymore because it's like I can do that. I could do this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's there's that.
Yeah. So how long ago was it since you started school?
I started I started school in 2010.
Oh, okay. So you was young.
I
How,
was young.
what,
I was 18.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Kudos to that though. Kudos because that,
Understanding of this world.
like it would be like an informational growth site. Like people, okay, people would
Like
understand
whatever
death.
I
People
needed to
understand
know,
sickness.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever I needed to know about this world, I could know that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I could understand it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
not just knowing it, but understanding what it means and how it is meant to help us
Okay.
or hurt
You
us.
know, I got a question. How would you describe your soulmate?
My soulmate,
Mm-hmm.
I would not describe my soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
I would not describe my soulmate simply because he can't be described. I don't even think I don't even think that I should put stipulations on him. I feel like my soulmate is somebody who, like a soulmate is somebody whose soul speaks to you, right? It's not
Right.
just a person, but this person is literally like so so close to you, or their soul speaks to you, or so much that it literally feels like you are one person. So I just want that person to be equally yoked with me. That's it.
Equally
I
yoked is
definitely want him
definitely
attractive. I want him attractive or her. I don't think it's gonna be a her, but I want them attractive. But I really just want them to be everything that I need them to be and more, and then I can be the same thing for them. Like I hope that I'm the same thing.
mm, that's very sharing of you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because reciprocating energy is always somebody wanted to be this. They wanted to be given first. You know
Right.
what I mean? So yeah, that's very.
Right.
I like it.
I'm usually the
Uh,
giver. I'm usually the giver first, and like I just want it. It ain't that I want it back. It's just that, damn, I want you to care about me so much that you would never dare of not thinking of giving it back. You know what I'm saying? I want
I
it to
call
be.
that feel. I call that being feel appreciated.
Yeah, I do love being appreciated, but like I want you to care so much about me
Hmm.
that you couldn't even imagine yourself not appreciating
Hmm.
me. Like it would hurt you to hurt me.
Yeah, I like that. That's dope. Do you find it more difficult to apologize or to accept apologies?
I find it more difficult to accept apologies.
Mm.
Because I can apologize all day and I can really mean it, but at the same time, do people really mean it? When they apologize, are they just
Ah,
apologizing just to say sorry, or are they apologizing because they really mean it? So I find it hard to accept apologies because I need to know that it's genuine, and then sometimes you just really don't know, and people really know how to make it sound good and not
yeah,
really mean it. So
because there should
I
be
don't.
some action behind that apology.
Right. And did you know better? And if you knew better, why did you do it in the first place?
That's another good point. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, let's dive into the deep end. Um, is our universe real?
It's a universe, and yes, it is real.
Okay, give me some more universes then, because
I mean,
somebody else told me it was some
I
older
don't know all
universes
the
too.
universes, but I do feel like we live in a parallel dimension. I feel like there's
Mm,
multiple universes. I feel like, there's multiple like fields. Like this is one
that was
universe,
good.
and then
Yeah,
there's another universe that could be on a alternate timeline, and then there's another universe that houses all of the spirit realm. You know what I mean? Like I just
talk
feel,
to me.
yeah, it's a rabbit hole to go down, and I don't have proof. It's just what I feel. It's just what I
Yeah,
feel.
because it's that's like the Matrix. Every time I ask that question, people be like, "Bro, that's like the Matrix." I was like, "Yeah," because the outside world is another dimension. This is like the paradigm shift of where you at now. If you look around, everything is four dimensional. You got a ceiling, a wall. You got everything is four dimensional. And
Yeah,
then if you look down, you still have a four dimensional. The floor is a plane. It's still a flat surface. But if you go outside, you go to slopes and da da da. But yeah, it's definitely a deep rabbit hole to go there. That's why I said we're gonna dab off. We need some deeper questions.
I'm
Uh,
definitely not in the matrix anymore.
you been took up here, right?
Yeah, I've been took that. I've been out.
Is there life after death?
Yes.
Talk to me.
Okay. Not only is there life after death, I feel like when you say a life after death, like I believe in the ancestors and the spirits. So I believe, well, people who don't know me, I believe in the ancestors and the spirits, and I definitely feel like, even after you pass on, you are still here to help your loved ones. The ones that are here to save your bloodline, the ones that are
Mhm.
here to, like the black sheep of the family, which I am. Those people need guidance, and your ancestors, once they pass away, I feel like they are tasked with applying that guidance to your life, or at least trying to help you find that guidance once they are in contact with you. Not only that, I do believe in reincarnation as well. I do believe that we come back on this earth. I've lived many lives. I've lived many lives with, you can even live many lives and many relationships with that one person that, like let's say
You
that you got
sound
a,
like you preaching.
yeah, like let's say you got a person now like that you always around, like dang, they always think about me, or you always think about them, or you have like a twin flame, right, or something like that. That person could be around to help you to learn a lesson that you didn't learn in the other lifetimes before. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
deep.
Yeah. So
Okay.
whereas you have found this person in this lifetime, right? Are y'all gonna get it right this lifetime, or do we have to go another one? And are y'all gonna get it right here? Like, or is it gonna just keep being a thing of, okay, until you learn how to let it go, or until you learn the lesson, we're gonna
Mm,
keep sending you this person each lifetime to see how you deal with this. You know what I'm saying?
mm. That sounds
So
like the revolving door philosophy that they taught. This is toxic philosophy, by the way. We have been giving y'all some of these toxic philosophies. That's why I just brought up this last one. Yeah, the revolving door, the glass ceiling. Some of those type of things that make you uh think of the next paradigm or the next dimension, the next life, which is the next question. Uh, can you really experience anything objectively?
can you really experience anything objectively? I feel like at us now, some people can. I feel like some people can. I feel like some people don't even have the capacity to do so, because
Right.
they're so caught up in what others are doing, or they're so caught up in how society wants you to react to certain
Right.
things. So even if you think that you're being objective, you're still being controlled by what society has taught us. So I think, matter of
Mm.
fact, no, nobody. I don't feel like nobody can do it. Not 100%. They can definitely try, but at the end of the day, you were taught what you were taught. You were raised how you were
Mm.
raised. You learn what you learned in school. Like we all have those things, and everything was taught to us was learned by something else. It was learned from somebody else.
Right.
It was learned from something that was already done. So I don't feel like, no, I don't feel like it could be.
That's like a home run right there, right? Because that's like types of philosophy, like you just said. You learn so many things, and things have been passed down so many different times to generations, or just that's just the way they was raised.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that is quote unquote why I like to ask this question: what's the best moral system?
Your own.
Hmm.
I
We
mean,
don't save money. I mean, what's up? Tell me something else other than your own. What
your
we
own
doing,
moral system. Like it's gotta be. If you
man?
feel right about it, then it's good to you. I mean, even, and I know I say that, and you could say, well, a murderer might feel right about killing this person because
Because he
it
do.
felt good to
Well,
them.
he did.
But I mean, I mean, we don't know
I
how
feel
this
you.
man's mind thinks. You know what I'm saying? We don't know
Mhm.
what happened in the situation. We don't know what went wrong in his mind that made him want to kill somebody. Now, to us, killing is wrong. You know what I mean? To somebody else,
Mhm.
I'm a soldier in the army. I can kill them people. So when is killing
Yeah.
justified? You know what I mean? So is killing wrong, or is it just wrong when
Who
it's
would be the
done?
biggest killer? Who would
Huh?
be the biggest killer? Who
Right?
would be the biggest murderer?
The government. Nah.
Okay, okay, okay.
I
Who
really don't know about that. I really
the
don't.
the biggest murderer would be God.
Okay.
Hurricanes, typhoons,
Okay.
earthquakes, tornadoes, fires.
I can see that.
All,
I can see that.
yeah.
I can see that,
Which
and
brings me. What? Hold up. Go ahead. What you saying?
I was saying I can see that, and I can agree to that.
Right. Because the next question is, does God exist?
Yes, to me, yes.
My, right, right.
To me, yes. It's but to me, it's different. It's not just God exists. It's like how does He exist?
Mm,
God exists within us. You get what I'm saying? It's not just some man that's just sitting on a throne in heaven. It is he's within us. We are the gods and goddesses, and it is our hearts, that make this world run. So I feel like, you know, he planted himself he planted himself inside of us as a
hmm.
way to mm, I feel like it was a way to see how the world would operate with his heart, but also with free will at the forefront as well.
Ooh,
So, like, yes,
that's
you are a god, you are a goddess. Yes, you have me inside of you, but also you have free will, and you're learning these different things. So, with your free will, what are you going to do with it? Like, right or wrong is subjective.
hmm.
So, if we're talking about right or wrong, and we're trying to figure out, that's why I say you got to go by your own moral code, because to me, murdering is wrong. I don't want
If
to kill.
God exists, when God exists and He's the biggest murderer, you already have His compassion, right? Because that's like you said,
Exactly.
even the murderer would think he was right.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. That's the
My
God.
question.
That's the God in him thinking, okay, I can kill this man. You
My
know,
question is, what are numbers? She
what are
said no.
numbers?
Shit, you wouldn't kill nobody. Me either, bro. I don't think I had that God in me.
I need to hold up, hold up. I need to hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I don't know why.
She froze. Somebody probably called.
Hopefully they bring my comments back. I'm not sure, but I can't see none of y'all comments. I'm so sorry if you came in here and spoke. Um,
Shane didn't agree with that. I mean, me and the murderer situation. You know,
I'm
yeah.
sure he did. He likes to argue just to argue with me. Right?
I feel it. I feel it. That's real. I ain't never heard it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Yeah.
we here for. Toxic philosophy. Like you giving me some philosophy over here. And
Yeah.
Shane for a change. And shout out to everybody. Thicky, I see you down there. Can we see it now? Can you see Thicky?
No, I can't see no comments.
Oh,
The
okay.
last thing I
She can't
saw
see
was
no comments, y'all. I try to translate. Yeah, send us some gifts. Maybe you can comment like that.
I can't even see the gifts in the comments. I just see it up here.
Oh Lord. All right,
Mm.
let's get to this question. Let's get to the next question. Um, what is your deepest regret?
That's a good
Now, a
one.
lot of people say, "Oh, I wish I would have went to college." Um,
Went to college.
somebody said something about having a baby so early.
I wish I if I had to say I regretted something, I would have to say I wish I would have started saving up like my dad told me to early. So like I wish I would have took what his I wish I would have took his advice about life more serious. I'll say that. I wish I would have listened to my father more. I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn. So I'm always, yeah, I can listen, but am I gonna do it? You know what I mean? And so the only thing that I don't regret a lot of I really don't regret too much in this life because I've had
Uno
a
time.
wonderful life. But I could be richer right now if I had listened to that financial advice that my father had gave me. If I had just asked him, Mika, if I had just asked him, or if I didn't understand, I should have asked for more clarification. If I didn't want to
Mm,
do it, why didn't I want to do it? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna just say that because it's really not too much that I regret in this life. I make my
okay,
decisions and I stand on them.
okay. That was okay. We coming out of the deep end, y'all. We coming out of the deep end. I'll bring it to a little neutral state real quick. One of my favorite questions of the show. Uh, if you had superpowers, what would it be?
Oh my god! I do have superpowers, by the way. Mm.
Oh,
And
mm,
it's being able to talk to your ancestors. Okay, that's number one. But number two, I would love. I would want to be able to change people's minds about things. And I ain't
wow.
said that before, but that's what I would want to do. I would want to change
You want a
people's
mind
minds.
control?
Yes, I would like to mind control, but
That'd be a
not for the reason that you think though. I ain't trying to make nobody
oh
pay for me. But like, let's say somebody on a ledge and they about to jump. You know what I mean? They about to end it all, and I can
be a
literally,
negotiator.
huh?
Be a negotiator. That's what
Yeah,
that is.
right. But
You
I don't
said a
want to have to
superpower
negotiate.
though.
I don't want to have
You
to
just
negotiate.
want. That's why I said. That's why I did that. You just.
Yeah, change your mind, get back off that
Ooh,
bridge. You know what I mean? Don't
that's a
say.
superpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or is somebody about to kill somebody, or somebody like damn, they killed my
That's
cousin.
another.
About to
That's
go get
another
this
one.
nigga. Change your mind about that because that get back, that revenge is what is a lot of people's problem.
That's common right there. Okay, superpowers to change your mind.
Call me
That's a new
because I
one.
got my other phone.
That's a new one. That's a new one. All right. Let's All right. Does thought make an actual difference in our lives?
Thoughts
Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
the superpowers. The
For
superpowers. Come on.
sure. Yes, for sure. Thoughts. Yes, because honestly, I mean, you think about things before you do them. Most people do.
Hmm.
I mean, even if they say I didn't think before I did it, you thought. Oh, you had a thought. Like whether or not that thought was a good thought or a bad thought, it was a thought, and it was something that you had to contemplate before doing. Maybe you didn't take enough time to think about it, but you definitely thought, okay, I'm about to do this.
Well, overthinkers
Mhm.
and
That's true.
people that procrastinate. I think those are type of thoughts that, like you, well, just say for instance, if you don't write it down,
Right.
it'll be lost just like that. So yeah, you
Right.
know, yeah,
Like
because that go ahead.
I forget things like that because I didn't write it down. Thoughts are not useless. That's definitely not true.
Okay, yes, so toxic philosophy. Okay, everybody. How y'all doing? Let's get to this next question. How can we identify truth?
How can we identify truth?
Hmm. Now, when I say it, I give the example of a chain letter. Once I tell you, you, I'm a supervisor, and I tell my I tell my lead to tell the next to do something. He tell the next person to do it instead of him doing it. I told him to do it, but he done told John on the end of the line to do it, and
He
John don't know what he don't know what the hell he doing.
Yeah, he delegated. Okay. So you're saying who's trying to identify the truth? John, who don't know what the hell he doing?
John don't know what the hell he doing. But that's what I say when I say identify truth. Like I gave it to you as a personal thing for you to know, but you hand it to somebody else. Just like a chain letter.
So
I
who's
told you,
identifying the truth though?
how do we identify the truth?
Like if I'm John or if I'm you?
You me.
I'm you. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Kiki.
But be you. But be you.
Dami, Phil. Hey y'all. I can't see comments, so I'm looking on my other phone. Shout out to y'all. This is Toxic Philosophy with Big Brother TTG. So make sure
I
y'all
know shit.
turn in Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern, right? Eastern. Yeah. Yeah.
Eastern time.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we identify truth? If
Right.
I'm you. Shoot, I mean, that's a good
No,
one
be
though.
you. That's what I'm saying. This is your
I mean, if
question.
I'm me, how am I identifying truth?
Right.
I feel like it's a feeling. I feel like it's not truth is subjective too. You know what I mean? Like you could come to me and say something. I have to choose to believe if it's true or not, and that's based off how I
Mm.
feel. You know what I mean? It's not like
Hmm.
there is no solid truth because everybody has their own. That's why they say you got your own truths. That's your truth. When two people have a situation and you talk about it and they talk about it, both of you have your own truths. If me and you have a
Hmm.
situation and I say and I talk about the situation and that's how I saw it, and then you talk about the situation and how you saw it. It's subjective between how we both saw the thing, and then you have
Okay.
other people who saw it the way that they saw it. But at the end of the day, I might not have had the intent on how they saw it. So their truth is not my truth, and that's
Like
just
I
how.
said, like that's why I led with a chain letter because I tell you one thing, then oh, this what happened, like a fight. Like somebody say, oh, he knocked him out with a pole. Then the next person say he knocked him out with a bat, and then the next person say, oh, he knocked him out with a chainsaw.
Right.
Like what?
Or not even
Yeah,
that because that's something you could prove, but like, oh,
exactly.
he started the fight because he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
something to him. But in
Uh-huh.
actuality, this person could have actually started the fight because he bumped into him real quick. Why did he have to say something to him? He said something to him because oh, you bumped into me and you didn't say excuse me. You know what I mean? So
Right.
in each other's truths, the other person could have started the
Hmm.
fight. You know what I mean? But the fight was started. That's the only thing that was true about it. The fight was started and it happened. But at the end of the day, we can't prove who started the fight because each of them thinks each other started the fight.
Okay, we got a few more questions before we wrap it up. Put a bow tie on this thing. This is psychology. Plug the show real quick. Chrissy, in what ways do social media platforms contribute to social division, and do the benefits of these platforms outweigh the potential harm?
That's a good ass question. Okay, so social media. Okay, so in the division of society, I
Uh,
mean, we're pretty.
society just yeah, because this apps. I'm saying I say global. Whenever somebody asks me that question, I'd be like global.
But okay, that's still society. That's still
Yeah.
society. Okay, so first of all, we were doing a great job of dividing ourselves already. Okay, we were already divided before social media even had a thought. Before internet had a thought, we were already divided. That's how racism was already here. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
Social media has only plateaued that division. And how is because now that we are divided, now that we are already divided, it is like social media allows for us to keep that going. So like this man versus woman fight that we've been in. We already were in a man versus woman fight, but at one point it was like a happy medium, I guess, or people were ignoring it.
hmm.
But now you can't ignore it because everything is being put out. Now you can't ignore it because you know how to spell Shin? Plateau, Plateau, sir. Anyway, um
Get 'em.
so now that we have now that we have these cameras, now that we can see everything, now that we see people doing different shit in front of us, it's like
Right.
it just makes it more prevalent. It makes it more seen, and it makes us
Hmm.
want to divide even more because we're like, dang, I thought it was good
So
people in the world, or dang,
so
you know,
right. So that would make it harm. That would make it the potential harm. It would bring potential harm.
exactly. It would absolutely
Right.
it's bringing harm. But now you talk about the benefits. There are benefits to social media as
So
well.
does it? That's what I asked. Does it outweigh that?
It does not outweigh.
Mm.
It does not
Mm.
outweigh. I feel like we had ways to keep in touch with each other before social media came out. We had the phone, you know what I mean? We had even if you was texting, I don't I think that came out after, or I'm not sure. But like even if you're just texting somebody, it's just like you have a way to contact people without having to see their every move. I shouldn't have to see your every move. I don't have to. I don't want to. Like if you got into a fight with your boyfriend, I don't need to know that. I really don't. But apparently on social media, that's where you felt the need to share it. You know what I mean? And it's
Mm.
like certain things are not private anymore. That's just what it is. I'm not saying that I don't use social media because I absolutely do, clearly. And I really like it, but I also think it's very harmful to us as people in general. Like I feel like we misuse it.
The scammers. What else is it? What else is it?
The
The
wrong.
pedophiles.
They used
You
to
know,
charge for it. Yeah.
they did. They used to charge text messages characters.
Listen, and to talk. You know what I'm saying? But all of
Yeah.
that came. You know what I'm saying? All of that came. That was not all. That was not the consensus. It was like when they started doing these cell phones, is when they
Hmm.
started charging for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But then it
Yeah.
got better. You know what I'm saying? It got better. But
So so that would lead me to a question. Homeland security.
we don't
You
say.
know, do you think people should vote on stuff like that? Do you think people should get active and vote on like privacy, homeland security for cell phones? Like stop allowing so much access. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just wanted to see what you was.
I tell people that all the time when it comes down to voting, especially when the presidential election comes around. It's like people get dumb, and it's like you think that's not the only thing that you're voting on. Why would you sit up here and say that I'm
Right.
not going to vote? They don't. My vote don't count. That's stupid. Because I actually used to have a career in elections. Okay, I was the
Hmm.
election superintendent for my county. So I was the person that literally set up the machines, set up the ballots for people to vote. I set up everything, and I was the one that would put up the results. I was that person over the whole thing. Okay, and
Amazing.
to see the process, You really have to see the
Mm,
process, because like people when they vote, they don't understand that those local fields that you're voting for, you might not get the president. Okay, yeah, they got the electoral college and all of that. Okay, yeah, all of that, cool. But when it comes down to
mm,
it, the people that you're voting for in your local government, in your local and state offices, and then not only that, but the laws that are being passed, like legalizing marijuana, that voice. You know what I mean? So when they say you have a voice, when it's time to vote, and they say you do have a voice, you have a freaking voice. You have
you do
one.
have a freaking voice.
You have
Absolutely.
one, but you're choosing not to use it when you don't vote, just because of a presidential election. Just because these two president elects
Uh-huh.
are um
Trump
on the
only gonna be in
ballot,
office. So,
you're choosing to bypass the whole thing
yeah.
just so you don't have to vote for the president. That's crazy to me. And so yeah, I actually use that
I
as
was
an
down
example.
there at the so you familiar. So I was looking at a prompter the other day. I was down there just this Friday. They was
Anyway,
dating to 3025.
yeah,
They had a date scheduled for 3025.
yeah.
That was on the prompter. I read it. That's a long time from now.
That is a long time. You
These
said
people,
come on the
these people are,
ballot.
yeah, it was like an agenda, like an agenda.
Okay.
So like when I was in the city hall, I walked into it was a chamber. So when I got to reading what was on the agenda, it had an agenda set for 3025. They needed votes right now though. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The decisions
Um,
that we make today affect the future for sure. For sure.
who do you sometimes compare yourself to?
Okay, and I want to be real about this, so I'm really gonna think. Do I
Give it to
compare?
the toxic philosophy crew. We here. We here for
I
it.
really, I really, I really, yeah. If it's anything, it's to who I was. If anything, I don't compare
Mm,
myself to other people because their story is not my story. Their journey is not my journey, and I've learned that from a long time ago. I don't compare myself to other people because, what they say, comparison. What they say, the comparison is something. I can't remember the quote. Ugh, I cannot remember the quote, but it's like the death of something. Comparison is the death of something. So yeah, I don't compare myself to other people. I just compare myself to how can I be better than I was? How can I improve myself? You know what I'm saying? So
that's
I
good.
don't compare
No, that's
myself.
good.
And
That's
then
good.
plus,
That's
what
good
the
because
hell?
that. I mean,
What am I comparing myself to you for? You know what I'm
there
saying?
you go. Because I was, this is it's toxic philosophy. Give these people. That's we started out. You gonna give them you. That brings me to the question highlighted. What gets you excited about life?
What gets me excited about life? Hope, hope, and hope for a better future. And I know that sounds cliche, but I swear I mean it. Hope for a better future and just what I don't know, the unknown. The unknown gets me excited about life because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen the next day. I don't know what kind of family I'm going to have. I don't know who I'm going to marry. I don't know if I'm going to have kids. And just the fact that I don't know that gets me excited about life because it's like I get a chance to still go through those things. I get a chance to still have that happen in my life. Whereas,
Hmm.
he gets on my nerves. He really gets on my nerves. That's his problem. But yeah, that's what gets me excited, and just the hope of a better future, a hope of a better tomorrow. You never know what's gonna happen, and I think that
That's
not knowing is what helps us. That's why when people ask if you would rather go to the future or the past, I'd rather go to the past. I don't want to know what's going on in the future. You know what I mean?
mm,
I'd rather go to the past, not really change it, but like tweak some things.
okay. Okay. That's the next question. Let's see what the next question go. What life lesson did you learn the hard way? Now, someone said what you said earlier, and I just want to reiterate what she said. She said moving, and both y'all said the same answer. You said it earlier, and y'all actually said the same thing. I just want to say, now this answer, she said moving, but she said it was because it taught her the same thing you said. It was like, I learned my lesson on how to be on my own. I'm out here. He was on 18.
You
Yeah.
can't depend, you cannot put all your like you can't put all your eggs in one basket and depend on somebody else for yourself. Like you are the one sole person that you can truly depend on with everything in
Mm,
life. I'm not saying that you can't ask for help. I'm not saying that you can't, allow people to help you. But as far as like actually depending on someone, you cannot truly 100% depend on someone because everybody has their own life. And once your life starts to affect theirs, they're out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things of everybody is glitching. I'm glitching.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I ain't seen no glitching.
No,
You
I'm
good?
I'm looking at us right now. Um, yeah, it's just one of them things that it's not sad. It's not sad because I'm not supposed to count on you to save me. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like you're not supposed to count on me to save you. You have to pull up your britches. Yes, I use britches. Pull up your britches. You know what I'm saying? And
Talk
get
to me,
dirty,
Chris.
dude. Like get freaking dirty. Pull up your britches and get dirty and really show yourself what you can do. Cause like I feel like when we keep depending upon others to help us in life, we get lazy. Now you think you can't do it without somebody else. Now you think you can't do it without their help. You know what I'm saying? And that's not it's just not true. It's not true. You can do it and you can do it probably better. But because you choose to let somebody else, it's like damn, now you got to get the short end of the stick because you really didn't give yourself the peace or I mean the time or the freaking faith in yourself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel
Right.
like people should have more faith in themselves. We should not be so codependent upon one another and like just I'm gonna just use this as an example. I had a friend that they was really like trying to help me with something. Thank you, Trill. They was trying to help me with something, and I was really gonna let them help me. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I got down to the point where I was like, okay, well, let me make this call. Let me just confirm everything or whatnot, whatever. Literally at the last minute, dropped like everything that we talked about. All of that shit gone, and it was just like, see, had I put my eggs in that basket, had I depended on
Mm-hmm.
that person for real, instead
But you,
of like
yeah, yeah.
being hesitant, I would have been asked out. I would have been asked out. And it's just like that's why I can't. If people be like, "Dang, she just be to herself and she just do her own thing, or she don't never really ask for that," I'm not. I'm not gonna ask because I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna say that. I take that back. I'll ask, but I'm never going to just think, "Oh yeah, I got this in the bag because I'm gonna ask them and this gonna happen." Like, no, I'm never gonna think that
Okay.
way because at the end of the day, people
That would
just
be
don't.
the life lesson learned the hard
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the life.
Okay,
That's the
y'all.
hard lesson to learn.
Toxic philosophy. Y'all just heard a life lesson the hard way. We had a few more questions. If y'all want to go back and recap this show, we'll be on YouTube. I'm your host, Big Bro TTG. We about to put it a wrap on this thing. Chris, I got one more question for you, and I'm pretty sure she ain't want to know the answer to this. Do you think you're a good kisser?
I'm a great kisser.
Oh.
I'm an amazing kisser. My lips is yeah. He goes to my some ew. I don't like chin, y'all.
Give your outro, and we about to get out 16.
All right, girl. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. It's your girl, Empress Christy, your favorite country tourist, aka Mr. Fister Ratchet, because you never know what you're gonna get. So I'm gonna run down my shows real quick, but make sure y'all follow me on IG. It is in my bio. So you can catch me each and every Saturday doing tea and tarot at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, each and every Friday at 7 p.m. Friday, with my girl
Mhm.
Top Badge Domalicious Bay, Top Badge Really Rebecca, Top Badge Rain, and also Pretty Girl Cakes doing FM radio each and every Friday. And then, of course, I do have another show coming out on Wednesdays called Catch the Vibe, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be a music game show. Other than that, I have a party coming up. Okay, if you could see my profile picture and the reel on my Instagram, if you're gonna be in Orlando at Live Fest, I have a freaking birthday party coming up, and it is going to be what? Lingerie or pajamas if you want to wear your pajamas. I'm not knocking you, okay? Pajama lingerie party for my 33rd birthday that I will be bringing in Orlando on May 18th. That's when the party is. My birthday is on the 19th, so we will be bringing it in. Other than that, I am admin for some of your favorite shows. Definitely with Top Badge, Coco Melon, and Top Badge Double Mother L. So be on the lookout for that. And if you catch me in that inbox, you know I'm not trying to holler at you. I'm just trying to put you on.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah, I know the catchphrase. Slide do like a
And if you
drive
hear
through
it
each
from
and every
somebody else, they
Sunday.
got it from me. If you hear that from somebody else, they got it from me. I just want y'all to know it. All right.
Say that.
She
Toxic
always in my
philosophy,
inbox crazy.
amazing show. Sheesh. I got some. I can hit this.